sun has set and the longest night begins. Happy winter solstice to you all. You are a pretty boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. You are pretty. Welcome! Look at all the stuff you brought! Oh my god! We have a lot of goodies. Oh, the birds! I love the robin! Oh, look at the little mushrooms growing on the log! Oh, that is the best Christmas log ever. And possibly the worst Swedish cake ever, but it's gonna be tasty. It's gonna taste good. It's gonna taste good. Yeah. We got cider on the stove, it's cooking up. Yeah. It's warming up now. And we have our soup for later on. Our extra miso soup. Yay! Hello, everybody. Merry Solstice. Merry Solstice. How is the cider?
That's lovely.
Is it good? Hello. I am here. You all don't have to stand in the hallway, you know. You can go and sit in the living room. It's okay. It's turned into a hallway party. Normally it's a kitchen party. Come on through. Lovely stuff. Hello, everybody. Cheers, my dear. We've got a lovely little lady. Oh, she's so pretty. And my new slippers. Aren't they cool? I can't wait to get this in my face. Oh my girls!
How was everybody? Yeah, they were fine. Yeah.
And dessert. Ooh. Look at all the desserts. It's time for cake. Oh, I'm so happy that everyone's here. Oh. Hi, do you like my new toy?
Love it.
Isn't it neat?
Yes, everything on this side. And I'm like, oh, no, what else do you have? Oh my God.
Hey, I didn't get a hug. I need a hug, Liz. I didn't get one. You did.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, mine and then one
they're your
milk teas as well.
If I give them away.
And my lactose pills, yeah.
And the lactose bill as well.
The chocolate look. Have a safe journey home, everybody.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's been so good. My face hurts from smiling so much, so it's been an awesome night.
We'll see you Thursday, won't we?
Thursday, yes.
Always a laughing.
Take care, everyone. Yeah, don't forget your shoes.
See you later.
Bye. Take it easy. So I'm in the car and I'm about to go to my friend Terry's for a heathen ritual. We're doing a Mother's Night Sumble. Even though it's Christmas Eve tonight, Mother's Night is normally celebrated on the winter solstice, but they traditionally celebrate it on Christmas Eve, as that seems to be the time when most people can get together for the ritual. So I'm on my way to Terry's and we're going to have Mother's Night Sumble, or Moderannikt. Terry lives quite close to me, but it's a 40-minute drive because there's 2 rivers in the way and only 2 bridges, and I have to drive all the way to those bridges. But if I had a boat, I could get there a lot quicker. So yeah, time to head out and hit the road.
Well, this really, I suppose, is the heart, because we don't have a fire. This is the heart of our home.
Yeah.
And this represents things that are personal to us and also of our faith. So there are things there are items here that you will find in common with a lot of heathens, and then items here that you won't. We obviously have a sumble horn, drinking horn, for everybody to partake and share.
It's beautiful.
To toast gods, toast ancestors, toast friends, to toast whatever. We have a hallowing hammer. Now we chose to have a proper hammer. Many people will have a fancy hammer from a New Age shop, but we believe that it should be a proper hammer. The top we have an oath ring, so when you make an oath in a hand fasting, you will both hold the hammer. The representative, what that means is that every oath you make is a burden, but not all burdens are onerous.
Yeah.
Burdens are a debt, and by holding it together in hand fasting, it's symbolic of going forward together, sharing the burden of the oath.
Nice.
So that is our hammer.
That's used to hallow the
That's
space.
used to hallow mead, it's used to hallow the feast, it's used to hallow oath. It will be used for a heathen funeral to bless the coffin, etc, etc, etc. It's a hallowing tool.
Yeah, nice.
Of interest, you've got the Anglo-Saxon runes in the glasses, and they are pertinent. We start here, we have Iolix, which is protection, resilience. Then we have Sigil, which is goodness in the day.
Oh,
it's about
beautiful.
the journey through the day and goodness in the day.
Yeah.
And then we have Ear, which is happiness in the home. Athol, which is ancestral respect. Also ancestry with what we have, the line of ancestry, what we inherit the blood. So it's that symbolic of that line. Other things we have here, obviously plenty of lights tonight because it's Mother's Night. The main deities that are pertinent to us within our hearth, within our home, the central to our home is Frigg. She is the hearth, she is the home, she is home industry, she is everything associated with that. So obviously Frigg has a premier place of importance. Thor is a god of the common man. Thor is a god that is approachable by all. The great journeyman. Woden, because of he's the husband of Frigg, but Frigg sits higher than Woden in this home, so hence All the elevations of the pictures are for purpose.
Okay.
So Frigg will sit higher
Right.
on this piece anyway.
Yeah. Lovely.
If we look at the top, we have the Irminsul, the sacred pillar, representative of the world tree, in the wooden carving there.
Very pretty.
Well, it's all looking very dolled up tonight because of being Mother's Night and being the season.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if you could just tell me a bit about what we are planning to do tonight, if that's okay.
Yes, Mother's Night is it's the new year. It actually is celebrated on the winter solstice, or the night preceding the winter solstice, remembering that with our forefathers the day began at dusk because there was no clocks to tell you when midnight was. So day began at dusk. So on the night before the solstice, you celebrate Mother's Night. It symbolises the new year. It's a time when we believe, if history is correct and what we know from historical record, it's the honouring of the matronalia. Who the matronalia were in this country we don't know, so we have tried to create a matronalia that's pertinent to us, and it can only be pertinent to whichever group is celebrating, and they, if they choose to draw on a matronalia, they will create their own matronalia. Obviously our matronalia is headed by Frigg, so we'll be honouring Frigg tonight. We'll be honouring Holder from Germanic source, Scandinavian Germanic source, as goddess of winter, and also another matron goddess. We'll also be honouring Perchta, who's another Saxon Germanic goddess. This time of year we will also honour trees, because trees, we deck the halls with greenery. We bring trees into our home and we adorn them and we decorate them. And we remember trees, because not all trees are fortunate enough to go outside and be planted. A lot of them are cut down and they will be a sacrifice to the season. Is the rounds, drinking rounds.
Yes.
The bloat involves food.
Ah, okay, right.
So if it comprises of sumbel and food,
Yeah.
and sometimes as we would do for hooray, that when we bless the soil for the year, if it involves something additional, more than just drinking mead,
Yeah.
it becomes a bloat or bloatar. So this is a bloat, although sumbel is central to a bloat. Sumbel stands alone as a ritual in its own right.
So the sumbel is the drinking and speaking over the horn.
The drinking and speaking over the horn.
Could you just tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we've got quite a few rounds tonight. So
But why do you
it?
speak
It's-
over the horn?
It's you're drinking from the horn. Symbolically, you're drinking from the well of weird. When you drink from the horn, any oath you make over the horn is binding because of the connotation, because of the association with the well. That's why the horn is always blessed, the mead will always be blessed, everything will be blessed. You go through the ritual of blessing at the beginning, and then the offering of libations, the offering to your whites, your ancestors, and obviously to the gods. Sumbel, it says a rite in its own, and it's symbolic and it's good, and it's where we get today's raising a glass at a wedding. It's a toast, it's something you do at an important time.
So, from all of us here, Happy Mother's Night.
Yeah. Bye.
Merry Christmas.
That's not terribly exciting. This is heavy.
You'll find out why. Yay, more bamboo socks. Haunted Bojangles. They are curiously Moorish. Oh, I love you. we're just heading down to the pub, have a drink with our neighbors, and celebrate Christmas. Happy Christmas! And yeah, have a nice, restful, relaxing day today. The sun is out, super warm, it's probably about 10 degrees, and happy Christmas! And yeah, just going to take it easy. Nice laid back day.
Happy Christmas! Sunny England. Have a good one.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Suki. Oh.
So, Merry Christmas, brother.
Merry Christmas.
Classic customs. Yeah, they drink.
Did you like this dance, Joe?
Yeah, we're all good. So I just want to wish you all a very, very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year.
You too. Yes.
Good morning. It is Boxing Day today, and I am full of cold, so you'll have to excuse me. But that's not going to stop me from doing a traditional Boxing Day custom that's been taking place in a nearby village since the early 1990s. So this evening we're going to go to Middleton to watch the hunting of the Wren, which is an old traditional custom that happens on Boxing Day, or St. Stephen's Day as it was previously known. And it's performed by the Old Glory dancers, Molly dancers. So the tradition of the hunting of the Wren, no one's really entirely sure just where this tradition came from, but here in England, the hen was hunted, captured, sadly in the olden days, was killed, and then paraded around the town from house to house asking for a treat, much like the tradition of soul cakes and mumming and that sort of thing. Now, of course, we don't kill a bird, but they have a carved wooden wren that they process down the high street from down to the pub in Middleton, and it's encased within a cage of holly and ivy, and it's bedecked with ribbons, and it symbolizes the king, because the wren is the king of birds. And from my point of view, what I think it symbolizes is it symbolizes the death of the king, the sacrificial king, which is prevalent among many traditions, but especially it seems to be a very Celtic tradition of the sacrificial king dying so that the land can be abundant and fruitful. And it might also symbolize the death of the old and the beginning of the new, with the new year coming on. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to drive over to Middleton, and we're going to watch the procession come down and watch the dancing that's going to take place in the courtyard of the pub as well. Now, my camera is quite old, and so you'll have to forgive me and the camera for not being able to take very high quality video, especially at night. So some of the images may be dark, and also it's been raining sideways all day today, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop, so we might have a very wet night tonight. So if the quality of the video isn't up to scratch, I do apologize in advance, and I hope that this video gives you at least an idea of what this St. Stephen's tradition is like, and how we celebrate it today. I'll see you then.
the Wren, says Robin the Bobbin.
We'll hunt the wren, says Richard to Robin.
We'll hunt the wren, says Jack of the Land.
We'll hunt the wren, says everyone. To conquer the lot, we have cannon and ball. To conquer them all. Oh, Christmas is past, 12tide is the last, and we bid you adieu. Great joy to the new. Pleased to see the King. Yeah. Talks 2 seconds left.